Welcome to my class, student. It's class 8 English Honeydew. We are doing chapter 3 Glimpses of the Past, and this is session 1. In this session, in this text, we will go through some of the glimpses of the past. You will come to know about our freedom fighters, those who have brought independence for us that we are enjoying now. Let's start with the chapter. Now, glimpses of the past. How it has started? Just at the first we are seeing the introduction of the chapter. As you know, the chapter is in a comic way, is in an illustrated way. Here are some pictorial glimpses of the history of our country from 1757 to 1857. These pictures and speech bubbles will help clarify your understanding of the conditions that led to the event known as the First War of Independence in 1857. Now, First War of Independence, right? That is in 1857. Now, the slide starts, the story starts with our, you can say, the most famous song of Lata Mangeshkar, that is मेरे वतन के लोगों जरा आँख में भर लो पानी. And it starts in the way it is translated into English. Oh my countrymen, let your eyes fill with tears as you recall the sacrifices of Indians' martyrs. India's martyrs, those who have sacrificed their life, and you all know that beautiful song that still brings tears in our eyes, that beautiful song sung by Lata Mangeshkar. And see, Nehru is there, and he really started crying when he heard the song. Indira Gandhi is there, and you are saying Dr. Rajendra Prasad is also here. In the picture you are seeing, and these are all the martyrs, those who have sacrificed their life for our independence, for the independence of the country. This is for the company's conquest, 1757-1849. As you know, the story is about the First War of Independence that held in 1857. The story starts with 1757. See the preparation and go through the situations that led to that War of Independence. With its superior weapons, the British East India Company was extending its power in 18th century India. See, this is India in 1765, and all the yellow part are the Indian princes, and the red one, or you can say pink one, were the British territories. But this was the condition in 1765. How the British expanded itself, how they conquered Indian kingdoms, all you will go through this story, this slide. Indian princes were short-sighted. They didn't have that long-term vision. They didn't get to know about the people who are meeting with them, have come from abroad, are foreigners, how they could bring harm to their nation. They didn't realize because they were short-sighted. That upstart Raja Bhai called the English merchants. They will help me to defeat him. The people had no peace due to such constant fights. Earlier, there were many kingdoms in India. All kingdoms have princes, and they used to fight among themselves. Everyone wanted to have others' kingdom to win that, and in their continuous effort of winning other kingdoms, one of the princes wanted to help from the British merchant. They entered India as a merchant, see, as a merchant, and this Raja, this particular king wanted to have help of that British merchant. See, call the English merchants, they will help me to defeat him. Him means who? Another Indian prince. The rivalries held the East India Company, and it could easily subdue Indian princes one by one. Yes, it is rightly said. If we are united, no one can defeat us. But at that time, entire India, though it was India, were divided among that kingdoms, and all were competitors, fighters. They were rivals. They were not united. They didn't have that sense of brotherhood. So the East India Company took advantage of this rivalry. What happened? The rivalries held the East India Company, and it could easily subdue Indian princes one by one. The East India Company used to help the stronger one to have a control over the weaker one, and once the East India Company got the new stronger partner, used to be with them. So in this way, they subdued Indian princes one by one. A far-seeing ruler like the brave Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died fighting. Tipu Sultan, we still remember him. If you go to Mysore, if you go to Bangalore, you will see his fort, entire museum, entire palace is there, and history is there, how he fought bravely with the British. So, Tipu Sultan, one of the earliest freedom fighters, a far-seeing ruler, not short-sighted one. Far-seeing ruler, he understood that British company is not to help us. Its British company is to harm us. Soon they will capture the entire India. So he fought against them, and he fought the British till he died fighting. See here the British army, how they are winning over the other princes, other Indian princes, and this is our Tipu Sultan. Now, thank God, there is peace in the country now. No more wars and no looting by thugs. It is God who sent the British. Our destiny is linked with them. How did Indians react to these conquests? Now, if someone is there as a winning person, as a winning kingdom, they are thankful to the British because they were short-sighted. What they used to say? Thank God, there is peace in the country now. No more wars and no looting by thugs. Then another is said, it is God who sent the British. And then other is said, our destiny is linked with them. Yes, our destiny was indeed linked with them. They ruled over us for 100 years. We were there. What? They treated us as gulams, as you know. They treated us as their slaves. So, our destiny was indeed linked with them. The white man has killed or dethroned our kings, but the common man, they understood what was happening. The kings were very happy to have British with them, but the common man could understand what the British army was doing. The white man has killed or dethroned our kings. Some kings were not good, but after all, they were of this land. Now we have become slaves of foreigners. Yes, the common man realized the mistake that the kings were doing by considering the British people as their friends, but they did not dare to say the truth to the kings because they were common man. What happened? They were talking among themselves. Yes, we have now become slaves of foreigners. And if you go through the history, you will find how badly we were treated by the British people. Now, in this, you are seeing all the illustration, everything in a very nice way. This picture where Indian princes were there, this picture where British were there, it will change soon. Now, the British rule started 1765-1836. Religious leaders preached ideas like untouchability and child marriage. Anyone who crosses the seas loses his religion. Now, there were religious preachers, leaders also, sadhus, sants, and other people who just preached like ideas like untouchability. You cannot touch, and that person, you are untouchable. You are the person who should get your daughter married to some other boy who is of 5 or 6 years old. Child marriages. All the misery in the world is due to women. Then there is one more idea, another such ideas that all the misery in the world is due to women who have given birth to this universe. They are saying that women are the real cause of all the misery. Now, the truth was that Indians had lost self-respect. The British scorned them. And what was the truth? The religious preachers were what? Threatening the common people. If you do this, God will be angry with you. If you do that, God will be angry with you. They had their own ideas. They were just advocating the ideas like untouchability and child marriages. And there were another group of persons who were considering women as a main source of all these misfortunes. And there were the British people who are thinking that the natives are unworthy of trust, incapable of honesty. India, such a country, the British started considering us as unworthy of trust and incapable of honesty. True, Your Honor, but I am honest. How? Indian has befriended with the British and working against fellow man or another Indian. See how it's happening. This person is an Indian. He is talking to the British Queen. Yes, I am honest. I am loyal to you. Whatever you say to me, I will do it for you in exchange of money. Being merchants, the British wanted quick profits. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their fields. Yes, they had come here to make profit only. So what they did? They put heavy taxes on the farmers, and just to repay their loans, the farmers had to lose their fields. But you men are taking all my crops. See, one farmer is saying to a British man, you people are taking all my crops. At least something you leave for us, for my children. How shall we survive on this land if you will take all these things from us? You are still in arrears. You don't pay next week, I will send you to jail. Okay, still something is due. If you won't pay, I will send you to the jail. So, this is the thing. Religious preachers were saying something against the unity of India. The British army, the British forces have got people who are against Indians. The farmers, the common men were badly treated by the British army. Now, this was the situation. Still, the British lamented other methods which gave them more profit. So much trouble they were creating for Indians, and they were finding ways for create more and more troubles to make more and more profit from Indians. They were inventing other methods. the goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. What they are saying, British men, whatever the goods they have manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. And the other one saying, yeah, it's a good idea. The East India Company's laws began to cripple Indian industries. Now, if they are not paying import taxes, that was their import duty, so how India would gain money? Because they are buying from that. The British people were importing the things from England without paying any import duty. So in this way, they were attacking India's economy. And because of that, our Indian industries were all begin to cripple. The British inevitably famines followed between 1822 and 1836. 15 lakh Indians died of starvation. Then nature was also not with us. Inevitably famines followed 1822 and 1836. The British policies ruined the export artisans and their business. And what the people said, what the British did, they ruined the export artisans and their business also. So in this way, you see how things happened in our India, and this led to the War of Independence. All these events, the bad treatment by the British Army, everything made us so angry, so heartbroken that we decided to fight against them. In this session, till this only. In the next class, I will say you about some other events, that is chapter 4, 5 and 6. Till then, have a good revision of this, try to understand the situation of India, and we will meet in the next class. Thank you.